this thing up. Cause baby, I do not know where my tripod is at. Let me see if this works. Can I turn it? I need a tripod. I have a tripod. I don't know where I put it. I don't know. But that's not the point. Good morning. Not that leak. Not that leak. Good morning, y'all. Or whoever's on here. I'm just getting on here to see who logs on, because I need to know what time I need to start uploading. And I feel like every time I get on here to upload, all my subscribers are doing something else. So we're gonna see. I'm gonna give this about 5 minutes, and I'm gonna see who logs on. And then after 5 minutes, I'm going to end the live, and of course delete the live, because there's no point in keeping it on there if I'm not having any interaction with you guys. So I'm sorry that I've been slipping, but I've been in the hospital a lot. Oh, this lip gloss is in my mouth. A little bit too much for comfort. So I wanted to start back getting active with you guys. But let me see. Where's my notebook? I don't know where I put my notebook. I wrote some topics down on my notebook and on my whiteboard. So we're gonna go from there. Because it seems like all y'all want to talk about is Charlie Kirk. And I can't talk about that man because I don't know that man. And that would just make me look weird. And I do think you're weird if you're talking about that man and you do not know that man. And here we are talking about this man. So since I have 5 people in here, I don't know where my tripod is at. So if the camera keeps moving, it's because my arm is hurting. Mental cell crisis, waiting on this medicine to kick in. Today will be the first video, and then later I'm gonna do another video. So y'all are gonna get 2 videos today out of me. What are we talking about? Hi Tyshawn. Tommy, I'm not sure what you said because you deleted your message. But hi, how are you? Let me see. Charlie Kirk. Before we go into the Charlie Kirk thing, can I please, and this is not my first time addressing this, but can I please say this? As far as the fake empaths and you acting like you're just picking up on this man energy or you're picking up, no, you're not. They don't wait on you like they're waiting for an interview. Like, oh my God, let me wait right here because, she can interview me, he can interview me and tell the world how I feel. You're sitting here looking at an empath. I've never in life had to have a piece of paper and incense and all this other stuff for these people to come and try to connect with me. I just don't get on here and talk about it. Hey M. How are you? I don't get on here and talk about it. And when I do connect with that energy, it leads me into a sickle cell crisis. So I try to just ignore it and act like I'm not, I just play it off. But it's very aggravating when I'm seeing people just playing out others on YouTube for money. Like, it's just really messed up. They're not waiting in line for you. They're not. Right now, they're probably trying to get used to their footings, to their settings. And you're sitting here talking about they coming to talk to you? Yes, my natural hair is very curly. That's why I keep a bonnet. Well, not a bonnet. Well, I do wear bonnets. But yeah, that's why I keep it wrapped up. It's way too curly and I'm in way too much pain to deal with it. So I just put a bandana and a hat on. As long as my outfit matches, I'm good. So, and then if you do feel some type of way, which I'm sure somebody will, about me saying that these spirits are not waiting to talk to you, they're not lining up to talk to you. No, I'm in pain because I have sickle cell disease. They're not waiting to talk to you. They're not lined up like we're at an open interview at McDonald's. That's not what's happening. And you're really getting on my nerve. But I know if I say something, it's going to be my YouTube channel against your YouTube channel. So I don't see the point. But yeah, I mean, when I got my blood check yesterday at the doctor's office, I was like a 8.5. So for me, that's pretty good. Once I start dropping to a 7, that's when, you know, in their words, that's when I become anemic. So, and I even wanted to talk about that. My doctor's appointment, like, I'm sorry, y'all. I use lives just to rant. And then I do my videos, and those will have the sole topic. But since M. Dot mentioned the anemic thing, and thank you for saying that I look vibrant and healthy. I appreciate that because I don't feel like I look that way. I've been through so much stuff, y'all. Like 3 surgeries in May, another surgery in June. July was just pain. August, pain. September, pain. I just got out of the hospital like a couple days ago. So, I don't even know if it's anyone with sickle cell on here, but I went to my doctor's appointment yesterday and I was already nervous, scared, not liking what the outcome could be because I'm always tending to get people that flip on me. 1 minute they're like on my side, next minute they're like acting a different way. Hi, October. And so we're talking or whatever. And me and her, we're talking about the pain medications and what I'm on at home. And so she says, well, I feel like you need to see a therapist. See a therapist for what? For what? What do I need to see a therapist for? Like, I'm confused as to why I need to see a therapist. And she said the emotional, dang it, I wish I would have freaking screenshotted that. The emotional trauma, something like that. I don't know. I don't cause the emotional trauma on myself. The emotional trauma is when I'm going into the hospital and I can't get help because you want to judge me as a drug seeker, or you want to sit here and talk about a friend of mine who passed away June 5th and you thought it was funny and you thought I was not going to say anything to you. Don't let me be in 4-8 fool you. I will be 7-4 in a hot minute when it comes to protecting people I love. So for you to sit there, yes, she died. How is that funny? This girl has 3 kids and you thought that was funny and you thought being in my room that was appropriate. So when I sit here and I stand up for her and I say, can you imagine having sickle cell and you got 3 kids? Can you imagine that? Do you not understand the pain we have to go through? And then we still have to come into these hospitals and try to freaking convince you that we're in pain. Do you know how that feels? You do not. So it's no reason for you to judge me or her. God rest her soul. Tina, gonna miss you so much. Um, so if me being emotional, I don't see how that's emotional. That's me saying how I feel. I'm not gonna sit here, let you say whatever you want to say about me or anybody else and not say anything. No, we're not doing that. You thought it was funny, so I checked you about it. It's not funny. Do you know how many of us are dying out here with sickle cell? And September is Sickle Cell Awareness Month. How many people even know that? Put it in the chat if you know, or if you even knew that sickle cell had its own month. A lot of people don't know that. And I don't blame you for that. I really don't. It's not your fault. A lot of people still sit here and say they don't even know what sickle cell is. And I'm like, how are we in 2025 and you don't know what sickle cell is? Like, I'll sign in at the kiosk or whatever, and then when they get to triaging me, they'll be like, what's going on today? I'll say sickle cell. Oh, yeah, so what are the symptoms? Or, be specific. For one, sickle cell is painful. So that's what you should have known. That's basically it. It's painful. I can go from sitting here talking to you 1 minute and we're talking, and the second minute or second, whatever you want to call it, there can be a stroke or a seizure, or because you're allowing our pain to get too high. It has nowhere to go. And you want people to fight for their medications that they shouldn't have to fight for. Every time you go in the hospital, these people are sitting here making you go through hell just to get the dosage of medicine you're supposed to get. But when you get like me and you get tired of dealing with it, you just stay home. You stay home and you tough it out with the medication that you have. Because you get to, I'm trying not to cry. Don't you cry, Kiara. Don't cry. I don't get it, y'all. Like, how many more of us gotta die? October says, I was just thinking that I was in a hospital and in pain. I didn't come in crying, so they downplayed how I felt. I never knew. Wait a minute. I'm trying to read this right. You never knew. I never knew sickle cell had its own day. You're good, mama. I'm going to figure it out. If that's one thing I'm going to do, I'm going to figure it out. It's hurtful. Like, we have our own month, which is in September. We have our own day, which is June 19th. So my plan was every single day was to make a video and, talk about something different with sickle cell. Like later today, we'll be talking about anxiety and how anxiety and sickle cell correlate. So if you're interested in watching that video later, I would love for you to come back to the channel. I really, really would. And if it's your first time here, please go ahead and subscribe. And if you've already been rocking with me, thank you. And thank you for your patience. Like, I appreciate it. Whew. So, I was going to talk about Mr. Charlie Kirk, but as soon as I started, seeing the comments, I was like, child, I'll get there. No, you're okay, mama. I understand what you meant. But it is so hard. And thank you, Tyshawn, for saying that I have a good spirit. Thank you. Let me see. I'm trying to make sure I'm not missing y'all comments. And I'm sorry you were in the hospital October. I hope you're better. But the doctor I had, he was just like, I'm going to put your medicine at 0.4. I was like, 0.4? I usually get 2 milligrams. No, I'm going to put it at 0.4. So last Friday, I was like, you know what, sir? Can you just go ahead and just discharge me? Because I can't sit here in this pain like this. Like, you're giving me barely nothing. And I'm taking everything that y'all are giving to me. I'm taking the home meds, and I'm taking the IV meds. I'm getting up, walking around. I'm staying hydrated. But you still want to put my medicine at 0.4. Now, if you think that's the worst, a week before that, they put my medicine at 0.1. And where they messed up at, I keep a journal. Where is it? I keep a journal, 2 journals. As a matter of fact, probably 3. This is my personal journal that I write in. And then I keep this journal right here. So every time I'm in the hospital or whatever, ER visits, admissions, doctor's appointments, I keep up with everything, including my what is it called? My prescriptions. I keep up with everything, and I try to tell all of my sickle cell, all of the sickle cell community, I try to tell them, keep a journal with you. And nowadays phones are so updated, you don't even have to do that. You could literally just, go on your phone and do your little notes. Like, put what hospital you went to, what time you got there, what time you got into a room, who your doctor is, who your nurse is, the first round of medication you got, the room number, the second amount of medication or the second dose that you got, third dose if they give you one, and then plan whatever their plan for you is. Type that in there too and save it and keep it, because it'll save you a lot of times they lie on us. I've had doctors say that I was aggressive with them, and my mom was right in the room, and it's like, what aggressive? She didn't say anything to you, but yes sir, no sir. Where was the aggression at? Child. All I know is if somebody don't start fighting for these babies that are coming behind us, they're not gonna make it. Is anybody concerned about these babies coming behind us? Because I am. When I grew up, they treated us like little princesses and princes, and we were treated so well. Soon as you hit 18, they throw you to the wolves. You get thrown to the wolves. Your care is not the same. The way they treat you is not the same. Now you're flagged because you don't know the system well. And you probably went to 2, 3, 4 hospitals and didn't know you weren't supposed to do that because you're still a kid. They don't even give you that grace. When I tell you I went through absolute torture with these people. And just imagine being my mom, having to watch me go through these things, and it's nothing she can really do. Because we have to hold our composure or they'll go call security. But another patient can sit here and throw poop in a nurse's face, and they tell him, no, you can't, you know what I mean? Like baby voicing him and stuff. And I was like, let that been one of us. They would have had us jacked up, flipped on the floor, and banned from that hospital. Which makes me get to another story. When I was at a particular hospital, they had me on a dementia floor. I'm not sure why I was on that floor. Definitely not sure why. I'm very much independent. I have nothing against dementia patients or anything like that. That has nothing to do with it. What happened was, she's like, yeah, we need to check your bottom, and we need to check your, you need to check you for sores. And I'm like, ma'am, I'm a very hygienic person. There are no sores. There's nothing to check for. And I said, I'm on my cycle, and I do not want you doing that. No. Tell me why. It's a whole male nurse standing next to her, right? And he's like, well, these are the rules. This is what we got to do. So I said, okay, go get your charge nurse. Go get your supervisor. He would not do it. Even though I was dizzy, like, I don't know if y'all know what Moya disease is. This motherfucker, I always want to cut grass when I'm doing my videos. I don't know if y'all hear that outside. He always want to cut grass all times of the day. So I apologize. I'm gonna try to speak up. It's still triggering. So if I keep pausing like that, it's because I'm still feeling a little triggered. Yeah. So he's sitting here like, well, these are the rules. I am so dizzy at that point. I was completely dizzy, like just motion sickness type. I don't even know. I was just dizzy. So I stand up because I needed to go to the bathroom. Y'all weren't gonna keep holding me right there like that. I said I needed to go to the bathroom. I'm gonna get up and go to the bathroom. No, that's not what happened. Sis straight pulled my pants down in front of the male nurse. In front of him. Didn't give a crap. Nothing. So at that point, I called my mom and I said, Mom, come get me. I'm not staying here. And she was like, What? What happened? Why? I said, This lady literally just pulled my freaking pants down in front of this man. And I'm like, and I told her I was on my cycle, that I don't want, why are they holding? Don't be holding that. You think you black, but you not black enough to say the N word. Why would hold on. Why would I say the N word? I don't even like nobody saying the word to me. So why would I say it? And where in this conversation for this whole 21 minutes, Jalen, have I said the N word? Because I don't say that. So what he got going on? What he got going on? Anyways, y'all. So my mom comes back to get me. So I'm telling them it might take her 30 minutes because it was so far out from where I live. Jalen, let me see how to get you up out of here. How do I get you up out of here? Because who does this? This man said, you think you black, but you not black enough to say the N word. What am I going to say the N word for? Like, you make no sense. So let's get you up out of here. Let's get you up out of here because that's straight hate speech and I don't like it. Get you up out of here. Who says that? And y'all, please ignore him. Ignore him. Ignore him, please. He literally just tried the crap out me. He said, I'm saying you not black enough. You was raised suburban. I can tell. But, well, I mean, if that's what you want to say, but my background is West Indian. Okay? But other than that, if that's what you want to say, but I mean, that had nothing to do with the conversation. And no, Jalen, you watch your mouth, honey, because this is not what you want. This is my channel. You can leave. West Indian. Do you know what Trinidad is? Do you know what that is? Anyway, let me get back to this conversation. October over here laughing. October. Anyway, so yeah, I was leaving or whatever. First, he told me I could wait in the room till my mom got there. So I was like, dang, my mom got my sneakers because I was admitted at that time, probably for about a good 45 minutes. But I'm like, dang, she got my sneakers. I ain't finna walk without no sneakers on. And he was like, well, yeah, you can stay up here. I had already signed the AMA papers because I was no longer comfortable. Why would you pull my pants down? Why would you do all that? Why would you do all that? And I looked at him and I was like, so for these patients who can't speak for themselves, I just wonder how y'all really treat them. I just really do. Because that's not right. What you did is not right. And I hope at some point today your conscience clicks in like, okay, I shouldn't have did that. That was wrong. Because you were dead wrong. But anyway, all of a sudden, it's like 3, 4 female nurses come in, and I'm on the phone with my mom, so I close the door so that I'm not loud. Basically asking her, like, hey, how far are you? How long it's gonna take for you to get here? This girl's like, well, since you AMA'd or whatever, you need to leave. I was like, okay. But he just said it was fine for me to stay here until my mom brought my sneakers. So, which is it? Um, again, you can leave, because you already signed the paperwork. So I left. I didn't have nothing but socks on in my backpack, but I left and I waited downstairs for my mom. But they were just mad that you ran into somebody who wasn't finna let that bull crap. I wasn't letting it fly. Don't treat people like that. We have sickle cell. We go through enough. We don't want to argue with you. We don't want to argue about the medicine we need. Nobody wants to do that. And what kills me is they'll always be like, yeah, because that's sickle cell. That's painful. So why do you treat us as such? Why do you do that? Even when I ask doctors that have issues with me, why are you treating me in that form? Would you treat a cancer patient like that? Their answer is no. I said, okay, so what about a lupus patient? No. All right, so why sickle cell? Because we've had so many of y'all come in here and y'all just be seeking drugs. What the what the pause. For one, I don't even have a port. For two, I'm in school. For three, I'm being trained for a position. Who's gonna want to sit in here with you getting stuck to death if they don't have to for some medicine? Whoever started this stigma about sickle cell patients being drug seekers, that is the worst thing you could have did. The worst. We're literally out here dying. And then I had one nurse tell me that you can't die from being in pain. She says this while my what was it? But my blood pressure was 160 over 119. And I have the pictures of it. I just don't know how to put the pictures in the live. But yeah, and then she says, well, because if I was in pain the way you are, I'd be seeking drugs too to get out of it. And yeah, whatever. I was like, let me see you go up front and say that. Go say that to your coworkers. I was like, go say that to your coworkers since you think this is so funny. And then here comes my mom. Kiara, just hold back. I can't. I lost my best friend. And she didn't have to die. If you would have just listened to her when she said that she wasn't feeling well. They found that girl in her apartment the next day, passed away. 34 years old. And that's another video that I've been working on. Like, I'm working on a sickle cell tribute video to all the ones who have passed away. I just try to do it without crying, but it's kind of hard. Because I was very close to some of them. And it's weird not being able to talk to them, and I don't know. And now I don't want to make connections with anyone anymore with sickle cell because I don't want to lose them. I'm tired of losing. I'm very tired. Like, she was supposed to be at my graduation, and to know that she's not, that shit is heartbreaking. She said, what about people with traits? Do they have pain? Also, they can. I've heard that they can. That's something new that I'm just finding out, but yeah, they can. Now, how serious a physician would take that, I don't know. But this Jalen dude is getting on my nerves. I said, he getting on my nerves. What is wrong with him? What is wrong with him? You talking about me being wrong? Hold up. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, honey? This man crazy. Who can I make a moderator so y'all can get him up out of this mug? Because I don't know how to do that. Because he's literally just saying stuff just to say it. And it's been 30 minutes and we just gonna ignore Jalen. Alright? That's what we gonna do. Because he on some drama type stuff. Ain't nobody got time for all that. He is on some drama type stuff. So, in my chat, respond to Jalen. Because I don't know what side of the bed he woke up on or who pissed in his cornflakes. But don't bring all that over here talking about racism and where do you get that from with sickle cell? We over here talking about sickle cell. Where you on the wrong live? The wrong live. You need to go find one that boy it's swirly up in this piece. Yeah, October. I mean, do you have the trait or the full disease or anything? Because my mom and dad have the trait. So that's how I got full sickle cell. But I do have friends who have the trait and they do tell me they have pain. Especially like when they're really overworked or stressed out or they just overexert themselves, they'll have a pain crisis. But I'm just not sure how a hospital would handle it. But if you ever do need to go see a physician or something, I think that you should definitely look into it. Definitely look into it. And I'm glad that you guys tuned in. So I'm getting ready to wrap this live up. And then later, like I said, we'll be doing a video. I'll be doing a video on sickle cell and anxiety because it hits very close to home. He better not be here anymore October because I don't even know. I think he didn't take his meds this morning. Something was weird. Like, sir was talking about some crazy stuff. Like, what? This man said, it don't even matter what he said. Like, oh my gosh. And I try to be one of the nicest YouTubers I can be. Coming over here with that foolishness. Don't do that. Don't do that. But anyway, I haven't been on here for 32 minutes. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys later. Maybe around 7:30, possibly 6. Since we've been on here for a minute. But I don't know what the hell Jalen was talking about. That was just ridiculous. I don't know. Oh, y'all, I'm so ready to go back to school. I'm so bored. So bored. Taking a month off has been horrible. Oh, Lord have mercy. Ew. I am exhausted, y'all. Well, I hope your son feels better. Just keep him, you know what, his glasses get on my nerves. Keep him very, 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 very hydrated. Especially, well, we are about out of summer, but keep him hydrated. Like, I won't say Gatorade, but water is good. They say with sickle cell, we like a lot of applesauce. Y'all don't mind this stuff over here. It's a bunch of clothes my sister pulled out. And didn't put them back. I might just give them away. Because I don't wear half of them. But Jaren was over here doing the most. That is crazy. Like, y'all can see that I don't even feel good. You can tell that I still don't feel good. And I really didn't want to leave the hospital, but come on now, giving me 0.1. That's messed up. So I'm gonna see y'all later today. If you want to come back, like I said, between 6 and 7:30. Okay, guys, love y'all. Thank you for tuning in.